everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Tanya with yanxa.creations, and here at yanxa.creations we like to get crafty. And in tonight's video we are going to be sublimating on a black 100% cotton t-shirt, and we're gonna do that using the new HTVRONT Sublimation HTV for dark fabrics. And we're gonna do it using Cricut infusible ink. So you can go ahead and print, if you have a sublimation printer, print your design and sublimate on top of the sublimation HTV, but I want to try it out with my infusible ink. So I am going to be using this design right here that I got from Creative Fabrica. It's summer, so we need some summer shirts. So as you can see, it is a retro, it has a retro vibe to it. And so we are going to be using an infusible ink sheet right here. That's also a retro vibe. Has a retro vibe. So I want to know how the infusible ink will work with this material. So let's talk about the vinyl itself. So it comes in this package, and this is what it looks like. It is a pack of 5. At the time of purchase, I paid about $8.65. I looked recently, it's a little above $10, but if you purchase a pack of 16, it's around that $16 price, so you are back to paying that $8.60 price to get 10 sheets. So it does come with the instruction sheet. So you have instructions on both sides. So on this side you have your heat press settings. It says basically you will set your heat press between 150 to 155 degrees Celsius, and then you are going to position the sublimation HTV on your fabric, and you're putting it down glossy side facing up. All right, glossy side facing up. Then we're going to give it heavy pressure for 10 seconds, and then we are going to cold peel. Once we've done that, we are going to put our sublimation print. So if you're printing on sublimation paper, you're going to turn that face down onto it. Similarly, if you are going to be using the infusible ink, you're going to turn your ink side down onto the sublimation HTV. And then we're going to have when we're going to press our sublimation image or this, we are going to have our heat press between 190 to 200 degrees Celsius. So we're going to up that temperature for the sublimation portion. Apply heavy pressure for 40 to 50 seconds. So that's what we're going to do. They also have instructions if you are using a easy press. Okay, so let's talk about the cut. When you're using your Cricut, they say to put your Cricut on flock iron on. So that's what we are going to do. So let's jump into Cricut Design Space and set up our design and come back and cut it and start sublimating on our black cotton t-shirt. Okay, here we are in Cricut Design Space. So today's project is really simple. So let's go ahead and click New Project. And as I showed you the image I got from Creative Fabrica, we're just going to go ahead and upload that image. So I have already dropped it in. You just go to upload image, you click on your browser and you find it. When you download the file, you can click on the down arrow and you can select show in folder, and then you can drag and drop it right in here, and you will go through the process of getting your image uploaded. So let's go ahead and just select it right here. So let's go ahead and bring this down to size. So we can just bring this to being, what would be great? Maybe 10 wide. Design is quite big. Our height is going to be 14.114. I'm going to tell it to go a little bit smaller because I want the Cricut infusible ink sheet to completely cover this. So I hadn't said it before, but I am not going to put the infusible ink through the Cricut and cut this design. I am going to cut only the HTV sublimation film, and then I'm just going to put the infusible ink sheet on top of that and press it. So we need this to be sized so that the infusible ink sheet can completely cover it. So I'm going to go ahead and take it down to about 9 wide and see how that affects the height. Okay, so we are at about 12. I think the infusible ink sheet is around 12, so we're going to need to go a little bit smaller. So let's go and unlock this and see how it would look if we bring it all the way down to 10. Does that look too squished? It's a little bit squished. Let's call it 10.5. Okay, not too bad. Let's go ahead and lock it in. So let's go ahead and make it. So when you are going to cut the sublimation HTV, you do need to mirror it. All right. So let's go ahead and hit that mirror and continue. So the instruction says that we need to use a flocked iron-on setting. So I don't know if we have that. So let's go to our iron-on. So let's go into browse all materials. Let's go into our iron-on list and look for flocked iron-on. So it is not in the listing. So I'm thinking, let us try glitter iron-on. So I already have that on my often used materials. So let's get back out here. Let's go to our popular section, and I do have glitter iron-on. So that is what I am going to choose. So as you saw, I set my image to be cut, and remember, for this you have to reverse your image. So let's take a look at exactly what the film looks like and how you're going to position it. So the film, you have your matte side and you have your shiny side. So the shiny side is actually your carrier sheet. So you are going to place this shiny side down on your Cricut mat just like you would with regular HTV. If you're not 100% sure, just go ahead and use your weeding tool. Ooh, it's an HTVRONT tool too. Just use it. Just go to the very edge and you can try to pick up the vinyl. And once you do that, you know exactly what side is your cut side. So shiny side is your carrier sheet. So you're going to put that face down on your mat. I've already loaded this one to the mat. So let's go ahead and cut our design. So I've set my Cricut Explorer Air 2 to glitter vinyl. It recommended flocked iron-on. That is not in the listing. So I'm just going to take a chance and see how it works with the glitter vinyl setting. So what we will do is once it goes through and cut, we will check to see if it cut right through before we unload the machine. If not, we let it run into again. I hope the glitter vinyl setting isn't too much because it doesn't feel that thick to me. It doesn't feel much different from iron-on. So I'm thinking, actually, I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to switch it to iron-on and then check to see if it needed to cut a second time, because this is not very thick. I don't think it needs to be on the glitter vinyl setting. So let's go ahead and just try it with the regular iron-on. Okay, so I have reset the machine to do it on regular everyday iron-on, but with more pressure. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, we're done cutting. So let's go ahead and check to see if we've been able to cut right through. Okay, there's our first. Okay, that looks great. So the everyday iron-on works. I don't know if you even needed to put it on extra pressure, but I just did that because they were recommending flat iron on. So let's go ahead and unload and weed it. Okay, there you go. It weeded out just great. No issues. That looks great. And so we're just gonna go ahead and press this. I'm loving it. All right, so let's check on the heat press. We are almost there. We need to set it to 302 Fahrenheit and press this for 10 seconds, and it's gonna be a cold peel. So let's get our t-shirt and do our pre-press. So this is a Gildan 100% cotton, heavy cotton t-shirt. Okay, pressed and lint rolled. Ooh, I can't wait. Here it is. So let's go ahead and lay this down. Okay, so it says heavy pressure for 10 seconds. So let's go. Okay, let's pull this off. So it's a cold peel. And to do our sublimation, we now need to set the heat press to 375. So while this cools, let's get that going. Okay, our shirt is cool. Our heat press is ready. And my Cricut infusible ink was all rolled up like this. So I used the time to kind of work all of those rolls out of it. So remember, we're going for a summer retro look. So I'm going to place this where the yellow part will be our sun, and then we will have our retro vibe going. Okay, so I rolled that out because we needed to have very good contact. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this now. Right, so let's go ahead. It's peeling up great, no issues. Oh, I think I'm saving this film. It's nice and sticky. It would be great for using it with HTVRONT's heat transfer paper. So if you have a design that's in pieces and you want a really good transfer tape, this could work. So I'm gonna save it for that. So let's just bend that and put it right here. All right, guys, here it is. Looks good. So let's go ahead and sublimate. Oh dear, sorry guys, I did not realize that I had not turned my camera back on. So what I did was to take the infusible ink sheet and I laid it right on top of my design. There's no need to go ahead and take your infusible ink sheet, put it on the Cricut, cut out the design, and then overlay it. All we have to do is just turn the all we have to do is just get our infusible ink sheet with our design that we want, place it right on top of our design, tape it down, and press it. Okay, so we only have one cut to do with this design. Let's go ahead and press this. Okay, so I did so I've just pulled it off the heat press. So we are going to go ahead and peel this up to see our design. All right, so let's go ahead and pull our sheet back. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. There you go. All right, and we have our retro vibe sublimated shirt. Isn't that awesome? Doesn't that look great? The colors are great. The vinyl feels great in the shirt. It feels good. It feels good on the fabric, and the colors are nice and vibrant. I was able to transfer everything from the infusible ink sheet onto this. So let's have a look at our shirt again. Isn't that great? Ooh, yeah. And take a look close up at it. We have that retro vibe going on in there. All right. So if you do not have a sublimation printer and you want to use this product, you can go ahead and use it with infusible ink sheets. So it's HTVRONT Sublimation HTV for dark fabrics. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you are interested in it. So this is supposed to last longer than if you are going to use a heat transfer paper. It's supposed to be a vinyl, and I'm gonna wash it and put in the comments how it works out, but this looks great. It was really easy. So if this was useful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like this video and you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm here every week with a new video, giving you all the tips and tricks and all the settings that you will need to use these products. And to also let you know if they are worth your money. I love this. And as you see, I'm wearing my t-shirt from the last video. So it's working out really great. I love it. And I'm going to be working this one next week on my vacation. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.